Welcome, Super Smarties. Let the learning begin. Now, as we start, make sure you have your handy-dandy composition book or notebook. You can work on a white mat or a whiteboard, but I would prefer that you keep this information in something that you can reference back to, because my goal is for you to read, because your reading moves into your writing. So I want you to record it so you can come back to it. And I'd like you to keep either what we write at the top or what we write at the top and the bottom. You might need to do a spread, 2 sheets, or have 2 pieces of paper. And then I'd like you to try and transfer some of our learning field trip into the paper, onto the page, so that you can reference that as well, because these are really good brain bites and schema snacks for you to use in our other learning as you're working on a computer program like ST Math or Zern, or you're just working through a packet that a teacher provided for you or a workbook that you purchased on your own. Some of the information that's in here will move over into that information as well, and it can inform some of the learning there. So our goal is to build up your schema, and these are schematics for building that schema up. Schema is just everything that you know, that lives imprinted on your smart brain, that you can reference and retrieve with automaticity. Now, sometimes that's triggered by some supports, but generally it's just information you reach in and you use when you need it. So our goal really is to put all of this information imprinted onto your brain, like a computer, so that you can retrieve it when you need it. So yesterday was not Thursday, so we're going to eliminate the information that is no longer valid. The past now holds this day. So rather than just take it off the page, I'm going to leave it there so that I can reference it. But I want to look in my own smart brain. So the strategy that I use is to look at the sentence, close my eyes, and look for the information in my own smart brain. I want to project it or push it onto the back of my eyelids like they're a screen, like a television screen or a movie screen. And I'm going to see if I can spell Friday, if I can see it in my own mind's eye. Now, I might not be a visual learner, so that means it might be hard to find on the back of my eyelids, but I might hear it in my head, sing-songy, because we do that kind of chant-like. So I might be able to hear it, kind of like you would hear the radio, or an MP3 player, or a phone. And so I'm going to listen for it in my smart brain, and I'm going to look for it on the back of my eyelids. Friday. I think I found it. Now, as a smart learner, I look in my own mind's eye, but then I reference my tools. So I know that I have smart cards, smart chart. And I also wrote it yesterday, and it was the day yesterday. But now I'm going to transfer it up. Friday. So I check. I'm going to double check. Friday. And, I think I already moved this to today, so that's not going to help me. SATURDY. FRIDAY. Now I'm going to write it. Oh, and I need a face space, so this will be Chase. Chase. Pen's going to chase him back to the board. Yesterday was Friday, capital FRIDAY. It's just a telling sentence, so we end with a period. And then I'm going to eliminate the Friday because today is not Friday. And now I know that I need to move this information up because today is Saturday. Face space, capital SATURDAY. Here are my 3 syllables. Sat, S-A-T, of turkey, U-R, chunk of day, D-A-Y. Just a telling sentence, so I'm going to end it with a period. And then tomorrow will be not Saturday. It is another S day. But we move from Saturday all the way back up to the first day of the week. And the first day of the week will be Sunday. And Sunday will be Easter. I hope the Easter Bunny is going to be safe traveling around with the coronavirus. So if the Easter Bunny doesn't come to your house, it might be because your family doesn't celebrate that way, or he had to be very careful because the Easter Bunny has baby bunnies, right? I think so. So he has to keep his peeps Ha ha ha. His peeps healthy and safe too. So tomorrow will be Sunday, and it's compound word. Capital S-U-N-D-A-Y. So Friday's in the past. That's behind us. It's already happened. Saturday is in the present. It's with us. It's happening right now. Tomorrow is in the future. It's ahead of us. Sunday. It's going to happen. Yay! We're going to paint eggs, not the kind you eat, because those are kind of a rare commodity. And we are going to paint paper. And then we can display it in our window so the Easter Bunny can hop by, and instead of bringing us eggs, he can enjoy the eggs himself. All right, today is not Friday, so I'm going to eliminate that information. It still is April, but it's not the 10th anymore. It's one more than 10, and it's still 2020, so I'm not going to eliminate that. Today is Saturday, capital S-A-T-U-R-D-A-Y. April 11th, I put a 1 in the ones place. Tens place, I put a 1 in the ones place. 11, I do put a 1 in the ones place, but I have to put the 1 in the tens place first to write it correctly. Now the weather today is not raining where I live, and it may not be the same where you live, so change this so it's accurate where you live. I just want you to get used to recording some other information and have it be static, so we practice it again and again and again. The weather, that's what it looks like and feels like outside, is space, and where I live, it's this. This is rebus, so that's a picture of cloudy. And we're going to use the owl of cloud in cloudy. So I can also write the word, capital C-L-O-U, owl of cloud, D-Y. In this word, the Y is acting like a vowel. It's making the E sound. Y is being a vowel. I'm not in the blue zone today. Block talk. I'm going to try to do my best, especially the things that I can't do yet. Today, I'm in the green zone today. So I check on my zone signal, and you can easily make one of these at home or make a block at home. You can make it out of cube, out of paper. Just have to fold it all in, or find an old block that you don't use at your house. You just have to make sure it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you could also use a dice. Like you could just scribble on it with a permanent marker if you have permission. And you could probably give each a value, like the 6, the 3, the 5. That would be kind of cool too. And then you could roll it to see which zone you're in. So it could be a game. Look at what happens when you stay inside from the coronavirus. You get so creative. It's like becoming a mad professor. Well, I'll be a professor later. Right now, I'm just a teacher in the hallway, teacher in the box. Dun, 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 dun. Ping! Hi, time to learn. All right, so on my zone, I'm rested and ready to learn. So I'm going to be in the green zone today. That's nice. I prefer to stay in the green zone if I can. So I'm going to change this blue. I use my handy dandy finger eraser. I am in the green. G-R-E-E-N. G-R-E-E-N. And you could, if you wanted to, even underline your zone. Or you could make a smiley face showing your zone. Because I'm ready to learn. It's actually a grin face, a grinny face. There's no teeth, right? But we call it smiley face. So today is Saturday, April 11th, 2020. The weather is cloudy. I am in the green zone. Yesterday was Friday. Today is Saturday. Tomorrow will be Sunday. Friday's in the past. Saturday's in the present. Sunday's in the future. It's almost here. So near. Only the present's here. Past is behind us. It just can't find us. Okay, sing-songy, rhymey. It's a good mnemonic to help you remember things. All right, we're going to move this. Oh, I'll leave it up for just a minute. Not even a whole minute. That way, if you wanted to make the tape stay, you could just stop it right here and see it and copy it. If you can do it with me, that's great, but I wasn't writing all the words, so that'll make it a little bit harder for you because it didn't have a lot of time. All right, and now It's that time again. It's a Saturday and we're going on a trip on our favorite. It's not a rocket ship. But I guess you could have one in your mind. In my mental rocket ship, floating through the sky. But I'm not Lil Einstein. I love that song though. Okay, we're going on a learning field trip. Climb on the bus. We're gonna build up our schema. Honk honk, beep beep. Time for a schema snack. A little brain bite. Just a tiny nibble, not a full-on lesson. I had to move some of my objects because it was making it difficult to keep my date board up. All right. Do you know what we're gonna do? Do you know? Hey, I have some friends who think they do. Here's Bear, Brown Bear. Here's Naughty. And here's No. No is K-N-O-W. I know. And N-O. No. N-O, K-N-O-W. No, he's always saying no. She's always saying no to Naughty. No, you have to know what to do, naughty monkey. Huh. These are kind of all the same, but not. Two of these things are just like the other. Two of these things do belong. Two of these things are totally right, but one of these things is totally wrong. Okay, it's kind of concerning to say one is wrong, because no one is wrong, just they don't fit. Do you know which one it is? They're all stuffed animals, and they're all my friends, and they're all adorable. Yeah, you're all adorable. And they're all brown. That's a lot in common, but I want to know what's not the same. The bear is not a what? A monkey. So two of these things are alike. One is not. The two that are alike are the monkey. And the one that, sorry bear, that gets eliminated is the bear. Sorry. He's okay. He's very soft. He landed on his padding. My padding's down here. I don't want to land on my padding, so nobody throw me. All right, so let's look at the board, because one of these things is not like the other. Can you tell which one it is? One of these things does not belong. Two of these things are totally right, but one of these things is totally wrong. And it has to do with all my little collections on the board, and then I have some on the floor too, which I'm going to pull up. So look here, U10 day. Now these are all coded with symbolic information, but something is not the same. You know what it is? If we were going to keep two together and we were going to eliminate one, which of the two would we keep? U and 10. One is a word and one is a number. U is a word. 10 is a number. So this is eliminated. Process of elimination. You are out. You are the weakest symbol. Goodbye. All right, let's look here. Two of these things belong together, but one does not. Now, if you look at them, they're all shapes. They have that in common. That's what's the same, but what is different? 4 sides, 4 vertices. No sides, just a face. Rectangle, rectangle, special rectangle called a square. All the sides are the same. Not a rectangle, not a square. So we would hold the first two and we cross out the last one. Now this is a little bit more tricky because all 3 of these are circles. But one of these things is not like the other, and one does not belong. 2 are right and 1 is wrong. So who's wrong? Well, this is based on color. So this was based on shape. This was based on combination of symbol. So our rules are shifting. We have to be very, very mindful, very focused, and very, very attentive and intentional. We would eliminate this because it is blue. So based on color. Now look, luck, dab, gab. Oh, there are 2 rules here, so this is going to make it harder. Look at this. Luck, dab, gab. This one is what? It's a word, and this is a word, and this is a word. So they're all 3 words. That's the same. What's different? Dab, gab. Those 2 words what? Rhyme. They have the same ending sound. Luck does not fit. So from that standpoint, we could keep these 2 and we'd eliminate this one. But look carefully, there's another rule here. Do you see it? It's something that you see. It's based on the color. This is green and this is green. So if we do it on the color rule, we keep these in and we eliminate the orange. So either rule is correct. Bing, 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 bing. Sometimes there's more than one reason for something. And when you're doing math and you're taking a special you're playing a special show what you know game, it's called a test or an assessment. Sometimes you need to find not just the one reason that it's defensible, you have to find the second reason. So it's very important that you look closely, analyze it, dig down deep, inspect it just like you would a mistake. Now look here. Ooh, this is kind of interesting. They're all 3 rectangles. And they're all 3 made out of paper. What's different? One has writing on it. So the one that's totally wrong is the one that has the writing on it. But what if I had done this and put this up and taken one of these away? They're all 3 rectangular, and one has writing on it. So I still could have said this one doesn't have writing and this one doesn't have writing. But I also could have said these papers are white and this one's yellow. And that could have been a difference. So sometimes the rule can change and you have to look beyond the obvious information down deeper. Now let's look here. These are all what? Punctuation marks. Exclamation point. Question mark. Exclamation point. 2 of them are what color? Blue. So we could do it based on blue. But also look, the ones that are blue are also the same type of punctuation. So even though there are 2 rules, we didn't eliminate a different symbol. That like blows your mind. So you could defend this 2 ways, but you would still pick the same 2 things. You're going to eliminate the question mark either because it's a question mark and not an exclamation point, or you're going to eliminate it because it's purple and not blue. Now look over here. 1, 2, 3. Now there are 2 rules here. The obvious, well actually there's 3 rules. The obvious is what? Color. 2 of them are bright pink and they just jump off the board at you. And one of them is soft yellow, very pastel-y. So in that case, I would circle this and eliminate this. But look closely, there is another rule that could be defended by keeping these 2 in and eliminating that one. Do you see what it is? It's, drum roll please, size. 2 of them are small. 2 are small. 1 of them is large. So we would still circle the same 2, but, and, we would defend it differently. These 2 are hot pink. They are also small. So there's 2 defensible rules. Now there's one more way that you could eliminate, and it doesn't include 2 pink. Do you see it? I don't know how they do that on Jeopardy. They hear that music. It's so stressful. It makes you go, the time is running out. Oh my goodness. I'm almost out of time. That stresses my brain out. I don't prefer that. I'm going to take a deep growth mindful breath. Spider-Man breath. My web slingers. See, I don't know Spider-Man. I don't know what I'm doing. Spider-Man. It's like, I love you, goes down. Okay, I couldn't be Spider-Man, but I can breathe. Okay, did you see it? Look closely. Two of them are standing up vertically, and one of them is down horizontally. Now, if I turned my yellow this way, I would circle the first two. But if I turn my yellow this way, I'm going to circle the second two. So look closely, inspect deeply, just like we look at mistakes. When we look at math, we have to look very, very closely at what is obviously there and what is hiding in plain sight. You see it, and then you don't. It's like a magic trick. That is why you have to be a math magician. Now, I brought some structures, math structures. Can you see which one is totally wrong? This is a number bond, and this is a number bond. And it wouldn't matter whether I put it this way with the alien antenna eyeballs going up, or the alien legs falling down, or if I put it even this way, looking out with eyeballs, looking with two heads back. Doesn't matter how I place the structure, it's still the same structure. These both are number bonds, and this is a tens frame. Now what they have in common is they are all the same because they're all math structures. Now if I were to put these here and then put this as my third structure, which one would I eliminate? Am I still going to eliminate, take out the tens frame? No, because now I have two tens frame and I own tens frames, plural, more than one, but I only have singular one number bond. So when I change my information up, it can also change my answer. So I have to look closely. Now, look here. Easter is tomorrow. These are empty eggs. But what do you notice? They are all 3 eggs. But there are 2 rules here. These are actual physical objects that I could sort, but I have to find what the sorting rule is. So what's in common here? If I sort them like this, these 2 are what? Small. And this one is large. Now a new rule. What's my rule? These 2 are yellow, and this one is pink. Now look at this rule. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things does not belong. 2 of these things are totally right, but one of these things is totally wrong. They're all 3 markers. But which one gets eliminated? Dun, dun, dun. The first, the second, or the third? If you said the first, you are bing, 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 correct, because it is not the same color. But here, color doesn't matter. They are all still markers, but which one will I eliminate? The first, the second, or the third? If you said the first, if you said the second, because those are both expo. Look at this one. It's the third. The message star is a totally different marker. It is 2 in 1. And it has a handy-dandy eraser right at the end. Magical. Fantastic at both ends even. So we would eliminate the third. Now, Peeps, baby. These are Peeps. Marshmallow sugary goodness. Keep a dentist employed. Which one gets eliminated? Dun, dun, dun. 2 rules. The way I'm holding it now, these are both what? Pink. The way I'm holding it now, the yellow goes. But what if I did this? these are chicks, and these, chicks. These are chicks, and these are bunnies. They're all peeps. Marshmallowy, mellowy, sugary goodness. Super bad for you. Very little tasty. But these are bunnies. Uh-oh. I'm making it more confusing. These are all bunnies, and none of them are the same color. So how could we eliminate one? Which one would we have to eat to make it go away? We would eliminate the purple, because there are how many bunnies in the package? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 8, so there are more bunnies than there are in either of these single packages. These have 4, and this has 8. So sometimes even when things are the same, they wind up being different. That was very, very confusing. I'm going to give you one more before we go. Here you saw rectangles, and here you saw rectangles, and here you see a rectangle. And another rectangle. Remember, a square is a rectangle, just has a special shape. All the sides are the same. It's still a rectangular shape, right? So, put on your thinking caps. Which one gets eliminated? Well, you could say this one is made of squares, and this one is a square, so we'd eliminate this rectangle, because they're all rectangular. Or we could say these are 2D, and this is 3D. It's a cube, so we would eliminate it like that. So we have to inspect so deeply to know which one stays and which one goes away. That was so awesome. I super enjoyed sharing this day and this little micro lesson with you. Until we meet again on another video. Goodbye, super smarties. I will so miss you. It's time to go. No, they know what I was going to teach them. No, not time to go. Yes, you already know what I was trying to teach, so it's time to go. Say bye. 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 Till later. Here's some love. Oh, here's some love. I got confused by that monkey. No. And here's some pride. And I dumped out some schema. Put that inside. Super teacher, out.